All right, Jeremy, there's several elephants, in the room here. One of them being Netanyahu's legal circumstances. Another is the peace plan. We heard Owen talk about Ayelet Shaked and Naftali Bennett as a spokesman for the New Right Party. What are your thoughts on this peace plan? And in fact, could this be some kind of a block to getting a stable government together, or could it help, or will it have an impact, do you think, one way or the other?
Well, first of all, I think it is a disappointment that we didn't see the peace plan before the elections. I think that would have been the right time to release it. Give the Israeli public the chance to go ahead, look it over, and perhaps make a decision. Also hear what all the politicians from all the parties have to say about it. But we're not in that place. Yeah. We're now in another place. So, look, at this point, we still need to wait for the plan to be released. We will have some ideas of what we think the plan is going to be, or what we think might be there or might not be there. As was pointed out, when you're trying to sell a plan before the elections, you're going to be looking at all the carrots. You're not going to be bringing up the sticks. So again, we have to see the plan when it's released. We're going to read that. Afterwards, we'll make a decision. But it's very clear what our red lines. Yes, we have red lines.
You mean the list splitting apart into its core components? Could the peace plan be a reason, perhaps, that Ayelet Shaked, Naftali Bennett, that they maybe withdraw their support for the Netanyahu government because of what's contained regarding the settlements in the plan?
So like I said, we do have red lines. We're very clear about what our red lines are. We need to read the plan and see, based on where our red lines are, where that plan is, and make a decision based on that. Again, I would hope that at this point, the plan is released after the coalition is formed, because to do so right now would also be, in a way, intervening within a process which, like I said, is something that could not just take weeks, but perhaps months. So let's try to deal with the domestic issue we have now, forming a government. And after we have formed a government, I think that government should be the one to go ahead and look at the plan and make a decision together in terms of what it is that we're looking for.
And again, the Yamina list, today Ayelet Shaked said, well, it's an interesting idea, teasing the possibility of breaking away, perhaps, from the other right-wing and religious parties in coalition talks. What do you make of that?
Well, we said that we are going to have the coalition negotiations together. All of the, as was mentioned by Owen, we have 55 seats of the entire right bloc, where we said we have a joint coalition negotiation team and we are looking to unity. In terms of what happens after we form the coalition, Naftali Bennett has been very clear that we're breaking away. We're going to be our own separate party in terms of Hayamina Chadash, or New Right, as you guys like to call them. And that's going to be what we're going to see in the next Knesset. But we need to first form a government and make sure that this Knesset lasts a bit longer than the current one.
All right, we're going for a short break. There are many possible scenarios. There is certainly an impasse, a deadlock, a stalemate. You can come up with your own word. There's no easy way forward. There are many scenarios, some of them more likely than others. They're on a range, let's say, from possible to plausible. And we're going to talk about them, the pros and cons of each one, coming up after a short break. And then stay with us. Again, the call going out today from Prime Minister Netanyahu publicly to Benny Gantz. Benny, meet with me. Benny, sit with me. Let's talk about a unity government. Let's get this done. Benny Gantz not having a meeting today. Will that change in the future? We're going to talk about it. Stay with us here on Daily Dose.